President will speak first, followed by the Prime Minister. Then they'll open it up to questioning.
This is perhaps the weakest leadership I've ever
seen
make
an initial
in my
comment that the stock
in my
market
54 years.
just hit, and also we're very happy about that. I hope that Greece is going to be doing the same thing very soon.
Well, you have a president who
I think they will.
Three of the most significant
But I'm
issues
honored to
before
welcome
him,
Prime
healthcare
Minister
reform. He punts it to Congress,
Greece,
and then he goes, well,
he's a special man who's done a very special job. We're grateful
he leaves it in limbo.
To the Prime Minister and to his entire delegation for
foreign policy deal
visiting us today at the White House. Greece is a cradle of Western civilization, so true, of democracy, literature, philosophy, science, and so much else. America looks on that glorious heritage with wonder and with awe.
He's going to deport the
You do
dreamers,
indeed
and then he
have a
says, no, I'm
tremendous
not. I'm
heritage,
going to
Mr.
leave
Prime
it up to
Minister.
Congress. This
Perhaps for this reason, America's friendship with the Greek people has been long and enduring. Thomas Jefferson wrote at the dawn of the modern Greek state that no people sympathize more with Greek patriots, and none offer more sincere and ardent prayers to heaven for their success than the American people. Jefferson's words are true to this day. Mr. Prime Minister, I'm proud to report that this past March we celebrated Greek Independence Day right here at the White House. And that was
must get done by the end of the
America
year, or there's
and
going to be a
Greece
series
draw
of crises.
on this common history and heritage, and on our people's abiding commitment to freedom and sovereignty, in working together on great challenges and opportunities. Now before us, there are tremendous opportunities before us in so many different ways. The Prime Minister and I have just concluded a very productive discussion on the cooperation between our two countries, including on matters of defense, energy, commerce, and trade. I want to thank the Prime Minister and the Greek people for serving as gracious hosts to our U.S. naval forces at Suda Bay. I also commend Greece for being one of the few NATO countries currently spending at least 2% of GDP on defense. My administration has also informed Congress of a potential sale to Greece to upgrade its F-16 aircraft. This agreement to strengthen the Hellenic Air Force is worth up to $2.4 billion and would generate thousands of American jobs. We also are making great strides in our economic cooperation. The American people stand with the Greek people as they recover from the economic crisis that recently afflicted their nation. I've encouraged the Prime Minister in his continued implementation of reform and reform programs, and I have totally reaffirmed our support for a responsible debt relief plan. A strong and flourishing Greece provides immense opportunity for American trade, investment, and job creation. I thank the Prime Minister, his predecessors, and the Greek people for their efforts to return stability and prosperity to Greece. On energy, we appreciate Greek contributions to European energy security through its support of the Trans-Adriatic Pipeline, the Greece-Bulgaria interconnector, and liquefied natural gas facilities that are capable of transporting diverse sources of energy to Europe, including potential liquefied natural gas exports from the United States, of which that particular route and business is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, as you know. These initiatives make both our people safer and create good jobs for our hardworking citizens. Finally, I'm also very proud that the United States will be the honored country at next year's International Fair in Greece. This historic business and trade exhibition will showcase American technology, enterprise, and innovation on the world stage. We look very much forward to sending a high-level delegation to attend this wonderful event. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you again for being here today and for your partnership in addressing critical issues facing our countries. I look forward to having many productive discussions with you and to having a very close and warm cooperation on a wide range of shared objectives. We will build upon our foundation of shared history and shared values to pursue a future of security, prosperity, and peace for both your nation and ours.
You have the Secretary of
Mr.
State
Prime Minister,
saying we're
thank
going
you
to
very
continue
much.
talking to North Korea until the first bomb drops. You know, call me madcap, but I thought the job of the Secretary of State, among others, was to make sure the bombs don't drop. And as you say, you know, why would North Korea have a negotiation with us, and why would we want a second nuclear crisis at once? It just doesn't make sense. And then the Iran agreement.
Productive discussions we had today. The friendship between our two countries is very strong, and it's based on our common democratic principles, on the values
we go back to the other signatories and we say, hey, this is a flawed agreement. In nearly 8 years, all limits say on centrifuges are going to disappear. Let's start talking about the follow-on, but let's start doing it in a way where we actually have a chance something could come from it.
The Greek Revolution was
inspired. What we're seeing is not diplomacy, we're seeing theater. And in short term, we really need a long-term foreign policy.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much
for
watching.
Offers many, have many to offer for both countries. As we underlined earlier, the Greek-U.S. relationships may be at their best compared to the past. Since the Second World War, when our peoples worked together and fought together, shoulder to shoulder against fascism. And I do believe that there are many reasons for this. Today, our strategy is based on mutual respect, and it is fed by the significant support provided by the U.S. to Greece and to the Greek people during the hard times of the economic crisis, support for the exit of Greece from the crisis. And at this point, I would like to just focus a bit. Greece today fulfills three basic objectives, which do not only relate to Greece, but I would say that are of special significance at an international level. First, it is dynamically coming out of a crisis, noting
you make 4 or 5 of them in one day. It's
wonderful
very
growth rates, and it's beginning to attract investments and increase its exports, as we see as well from the Greek-U.S. balance of trade. And it's leaving behind not only a crisis, but it's leaving behind the economic model that led to the crisis.
It's tough.
Second,
it's tough for you. It's
Greece
tough for him.
today.
Yeah. It's tough for him. I wonder if it's tough,
the most significant pillar of security and cooperation in one of the most important, but at the same time unstable, sensitive areas of the planet.
Can he make a moment,
country
perhaps just one,
with
not
a dynamic, multidimensional foreign policy,
moments
a
later,
country which is a reliable partner
and
ally of the United States, which fulfills its NATO obligations.
What is doubly offensive is that in
the defense sector with the United States, it's a country which maintains dialogue with Turkey despite the difficulties
before
that we face
when it finally
and
comes
the challenges. But knowing
he makes it about himself,
the
say, boy, it's
very
really tough.
important European course of Turkey.
And
it's a country also that promotes cooperation with the Middle East and the Balkans, which contribute to the security and the growth of the area. And third,
weak dispute
Greece,
with the 44th
being
president of the
already
United States,
pretty strong in maritime and tourism, is gradually becoming a significant crossroads for transportation and energy. I would like to mention the completion of the TAP pipeline and the East Med pipeline, the agreement
Barack Obama
for a floating, for an LNG station in Alexis, which is in northeast Greece, and the prospect that Alexis will be
such a terrible
an area where we can receive imports from the United States of fracking. And I'd like to mention the ports from Athens and Thessaloniki and the promotion of strong and fast rail connections with the rest of the Balkans. And in this context, it's very clear that our strategic cooperation with the United States is becoming more important than ever. First of all, we look forward because we look forward, and this is a significant message of my visit here and my meeting with economic representatives. We look forward to attracting U.S. investments and the more substantial support of the U.S. in our effort to exit this horrible crisis. The fact that the United States will be the honored country in 2018 in the International Fair of Economic Development in creating a pillar of stability and security only if it is freed from the fundamental national concerns in the areas of security and defense. The United States have a significant role to play in this matter, and not only in the diplomatic but also in the defense sector. And we look forward in this context in the fair and the viable solution in the Tsipras issue based on the decisions of the UN Security Council, a solution for the benefit of all Cypriots without guarantors or occupying military forces that will give a new perspective to the area, but at the same time we are underlining that the dangerous intervention type presence of Turkey in the Aegean must end. It undermines on a daily basis the relationship between two NATO allies in a broader,
I remember vividly that President Obama,
unstable
on Veterans Day, as previous presidents
Greece,
have done, traveled to Arlington National Cemetery,
but I want to be very
address
clear.
to pay tribute to those who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our country, gone to the tomb of the unknown soldier to lay a wreath there. But something else that President Obama did was, after giving that speech and before he left the cemetery, would actually go to Section 60. This is the part of the cemetery that's dedicated to preserving the remains of those
which I
in our
believe will
military
give
who've
a very
given their lives in the
substantial
conflict in Iraq
push
and Afghanistan.
to the existing dynamic cooperation. And I believe,
because he felt that these were the decisions that
we
he was making
created
as
a work
commander-in-chief, but he also did that in private. We
between
didn't give press reporters a
the
heads up in advance that
ministers
he was going to go to
of
that part of the
economy,
cemetery.
the secretaries of the economy,
And
so
I
we
even
can
got
monitor
reporters coming into my
the
office
ability to have
saying,
a
"Please tell
substantial
us when President
cooperation
Obama is going to go
in investment, in
to
economy,
Section 60.
and in
We
all
would like
sectors."
the photographs
Thank you
there.
very much, sir.
And President Obama's preference was always to not seek
Take
that
a few
attention.
questions.
And
John,
I'm
go
not
ahead,
seeking
please.
to martyr President Obama here. What I'm seeking to illustrate is that presidents in both parties understood that when we're talking about the sacrifice that America's men and women are paying for our country,
I have a question
it's
for the
not
Prime
about
Minister
them personally. It's not about the president.
Sir,
It's
you
not
said
about
just a
their
short
personal
time ago
feelings.
that
It's not about
Obamacare
an
is
effort to
virtually
try to
dead.
convince the country
Your
that
plans for
somehow
Graham Cassidy have not been able to get
are
off the
showing the same
ground
kind
in
of
the
bravery
Senate.
that
There's
those
no
men and women in
idea
uniform are
whether or not it will in
showing.
early
No,
2018.
in fact,
You've been
what we need
picking
to
around
do is
the
we need to
edges to some
honor
degree with
and pay tribute
executive
to their
orders,
sacrifice. And
some
that
of
is what
which critics
President Obama
say
and
are
other
helping to
presidents have
destroy
done.
Obamacare.
And unfortunately,
So I'm
President
wondering
Trump
at this
seems
point,
incapable
what
of actually
is your
doing that.
health care plan, sir?
Well, if you look at insurance companies and you take a good strong look at the numbers, you'll see since the formation of Obamacare, they're up 400%, 450%, 250%, 300%. They've made a fortune, the insurance companies. So when I knocked out the hundreds of millions of dollars a month being paid back to the insurance companies by politicians, I must tell you that wanted me to continue to pay this. I said I'm not going to do it. This is money that goes to the insurance companies to line their pockets, to raise up their stock prices, and they've had a record run. They've had an incredible run, and it's not appropriate. Obamacare is a disaster. It's virtually dead as far as I'm concerned. It really is dead, and I predicted that a long time ago. It's a concept that doesn't work, and we are very close. We feel we have the votes, and as soon as we're finished with taxes, John, we really feel we have the votes to get block grants